Hi everyone, it's Andrew from RC, and we are here, me and Fatty here, me and Big Orange here, shouldn't use non-diplomatic names on YouTube. Me and this guy are here to have a look what's just arrived in the mailbox. Now, what we have here, I have an Asia Tees envelope, which is always good news. And I pretty much know what's in here. These are the new beadlocks that Terry bought me to say thank you for his MC6 repaint, which is not far off finished now. Not far off being on the chassis. I'm hoping this afternoon to get that on the chassis and get it out in the sun so that everyone can have a look at it. So that's what I'm hoping is in here. And what is in here are some new tyres to go on them. So let's get stuck in. Get that to one side. Let's have a look at the wheels first. Customs declaration. Total value $13. Good on them. Absolutely. Free trade and all that. Right, so look at those beauties. Now there's a bit of a backstory to these. I wanted these particular ones when I was doing the Comanche build, excuse me. When I was doing the Comanche build, and they weren't in stock. So I got a different set of spoked heavy alloy beadlocks, and they're great as well. But these ones I always had a little thing about, and as a surprise, unbeknown to me, excuse the squeaky table as well, unbeknown to me, he went ahead and ordered some as a thank you. So I am quite stoked about these. Let's just break the staple, get some stickers there, and we will get them out. Oh, they are pretty good, pretty beefy. So have a little look at that, feast your eyes on that. That worked. Yeah, there's the camera picking that up. It should do. Yeah, it's pretty good on this. Let's get that in there. Right, look at that. Yeah, very nice. So they're not completely shiny, chromy, big silvery ones. Let me go and get the other ones, just so we can compare the finish, because that looks a little bit. It's a little bit bluish, a little bit dull. Okay, 1 second. Do a quick jump cut. Okay, so I'm back. So there's the wheel that the rim that I bought instead. So you've maybe seen these on the videos. Beautiful thing. I really do like it. Spoke with the black line through the spoke and so on. It's pretty close. I mean, I've got a bit. Yeah. I thought this was brighter than it is, but it does look a little bit. To me, this one just looks a little darker, a little bit less shiny. But yeah, I really like that. So it's what, 6 spokes with its own center hub as well, which is cool. These will come with hubs as well, but they're not fitted. They screw in. So without them being screwed in, I don't obviously screw them in until I'm ready to mount them and stuff. So yeah, very nice. So they're the usual. Oh, they've got some bolts in, but they'll be the same design as these. You've got the ring and the 2 halves. Okay, and they bolt through the back ring. So yeah, well chuffed. Well chuffed. Thanks, Terry. Now, one thing I'm going to do is weigh each of these wheels, because that's important. You guys, I'm sure, would like to know just how heavy these things are. One at a time. So fully complete. Well, okay, I could throw. Yeah, there's probably a gram's worth of bolts to go in as well, but it's 161 grams, which is in old money £5 3/4 ounces. Yeah, so it's £5 3/4 ounces, or 161 grams per wheel. Okay, with all of its gubbins. Let's do the other bag, shall we? Let's put those to one side now. Now, obviously, you can't really buy rims without buying tyres. Am I right? Oh, the Gmades. So they are in the world's noisiest bags. Oh dear Lord, why do they do this? So, mustn't forget to lose those. Yes. Now, I don't have a huge budget at the moment. I don't really have any budget at the moment. I didn't want to buy cheapo eBay Chinese tyres, of which I am a fan of doing. I don't mind doing. I've done several times. The MC8 runs, and the MC6 for that matter, run eBay tyres. But I do appreciate that obviously that is, you know, they're basically taking someone else's design and cloning it and not paying for the privilege and all the rest of it. I do understand the ethics. So wherever I can, I will try not to do it. So I thought, well, what's a compromise? And I had a look on Model Sport and wheel spin models in the UK here, and I like Gmade stuff. I'll be honest, you might have seen I've got Gmade shocks, and I'm a fan. I like their stuff. You know, they're doing good stuff. They're not, I don't think, really premium quality stuff yet, but they're going places, and their tyres are substantially cheaper, like half price. So these I bought here, they're all the same. All these 1.9 crawler tyres from Gmade, they're all about £16 a pair, not 27, 28. Look, so let me just show you my other couple of favourite tyres. So these are my Goodriches that came with the XJ kit, and they are the, as you undoubtedly all know, the all-terrain licensed Goodrich tyres, and I love these tyres. I absolutely adore them. I can only imagine how much better the Proline ones are, you know, because these are really good. I've also got these mudslingers, which are original RC four-wheel drive XL size mudslingers, which we kind of fell out of favour for because they're a bit soft and they tend to crush and roll over quite easily. But I am thinking I might give them another go this winter. So I've got those two for reference. And what I've ordered here, let's get the bag open and have a look, are Gmade 1902 tyres. They're not super aggressive. They're not the super aggressive ones. And I believe... Oh, you're too noisy, go away. And I believe... I want to show you this in case you missed that. But there's the... that's what they are. So the 1902, and I believe these are on the sawback original tyres. These are the OE tyres of the sawbacks. I went for these because I didn't want to get another Super Swamper clone. You know, Gmade do a tyre that is very similar in design to the Swampers. So there seemed little point in having two tyres virtually the same for the same rigs. Right, so there we go. So as you can see, the Swamper XL. So this is the biggest 1.9 Interco Proline Swamper version. This is the stock BF Goodrich all-terrain from the Axial kit. Here's my new Gmade, complete with its rubber seam line down the middle, which is a bit disappointing. But and here's the RC four-wheel drive Super Swamper Mudslinger, which is, I think, yeah, just a tiny bit bigger. So let's swap those over. So the Gmade is clearly the smaller of the tyres. How does that look? Yeah, so the Swamper and the Bridgestone and the Goodrich, sorry, almost the same height, given there's some weight on the truck. So the Swamper maybe will be a little bit higher off the truck. But there is a significant size difference between these and further up the range there, up the line. So my thinking was, I will get these tyres because I like the tread. I think they look really, it's a good scale tread. You see lots of trucks with this kind of tread on them and pattern on them in one-to-one pictures. So yeah, So first glances, well, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this seam down the middle. That's a bit disappointing. It won't take too long to get rid of it, but it's a bit of a thing. And it's wide. It is wide. But yeah, so it's about the same width as that. It's not. It's just because it's not as tall. Maybe it just looks a little bit squatter, dumpier, shall we say? And I suppose once it's pulled in and mounted, it'll round off a little bit more. The treads are not. The blocks on the tread are not all the way down to the bottom of the tyre. They're on these raised sections, so the grooves are, if you will, full depth, and then you've got the blocks sitting on top of a platform. So that's not. Yeah, I might have hoped they'd have gone all the way down. Don't know how that's going to affect its performance. The outside lugs are quite. It's all quite soft. I mean, they're not mudslinger soft, which is this tyre's, you know, just kind of crazy soft. Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say it's too dissimilar in terms of its rubber flex to this one. So the rubber's maybe about the same. So there's a little bit of edge tread, which is quite nice. So when if you're turning and trying to dig in to an embankment, that's probably going to be quite useful. But obviously this is going to fill up. It's going to choke up pretty quickly. I'm not running these with any aspiration to be outperforming these. I've got these, so that's what I'll use if the conditions dictate. But the idea is I will put these around these, and they will be something like that. So they're not too tall, so they will be in there next to the much smaller 96mm. I think these are about 106, and these are 96. So there's a noticeable size difference. These will probably end up on the Comanche again, just to keep it scale, keep it you know, proper scale looking tyres, almost 155s, I guess. So this is kind of a compromise. This is not big and balloony like the Swampers here or this Goodyear, this Goodrich. They're not as big and balloony as those, but so they should look plenty nice and scale on whichever rig I put them on, you know, whichever rig they sit on. So yeah, so that obviously the truck lowers down a little bit on the smaller wheels. So yeah, that's going to look pretty trick, I think. I think that's a nice rim, and I think that's a nice looking tyre. It may not perform as good as the Swampers, but then it isn't a Swamper, so no great surprises there. Yeah, me likey. Thank you very much, Tal. Okay, thank you for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next video.